Yo, what's up, guys? What up, what up, what up? This is former NFL player Tremayne Stephens, and I'm here to talk about two absolute legends of the game, man. Barry Sanders and Deion Sanders. But I'm about to give you my 10 reasons why I think Barry Sanders is better than Deion. Let's get it. Let's go. So let's get one thing straight off the bat. Like, you can't go wrong with either one of these guys, obviously. I mean, it's Barry Sanders and it's Deion Sanders, right? So I guess a little bit of my bias kind of comes from the fact that I'm a former running back, but I just give my 10 reasons why, man. And let's start off right off the bat. All right, but first, let's watch Deion look at the whole Falcons team as he runs it back on them. He told them that's his place. It is what it is. Number 10, positional dominance. Okay, yes, we know that Deion played cornerback, and guys still to this day are trying to play cornerback like Deion played it. But Barry changed the game of playing running back with his stop-and-go running style in a position where it's a much shorter career, a much shorter lifespan, due to the fact of all of the physical battering and pounding that you take every single play. Number 9, consistency in performance. Now, Deion was an exceptional cornerback and a return specialist as well. However, Barry showcased unparalleled consistency at his position. In his 10-year career, Barry rushed for 1,000 yards in every single season but one, including 2,000 yards in one season. Just simply a model in consistency. And number 8, sportsmanship and humility. So Barry Sanders was known for his humility. After scoring, there were no elaborate celebrations, no high stepping, no pointing to the crowd or anything like that. He simply handed the ball to the referee and went over to the sideline, exemplifying good sportsmanship. Deion, with his flamboyant primetime persona, was certainly entertaining and we loved it, but Barry's quiet confidence really resonated with many fans. At number 7 is loyalty to one team. Now, while Deion had an illustrious career with multiple teams, including baseball, by the way, which I must admit is pretty doggone impressive, but Barry, he remained loyal to the Detroit Lions throughout his whole entire professional journey. Almost to a fault, right? Because their team sucked, right? But his commitment to one team and to one city just speaks volume about his character. Number 6, producing under pressure. Barry played for a Detroit Lions team that really struggled. Okay, let's call it what it is. His teams were horrible. Yet even against some of the top teams that he played against, who all knew that he was the primary threat and who were all designed to literally stop Barry, he consistently produced jaw-dropping performances, carrying the team on his back. They knew that they had nobody else on that team who could do anything. So we're at our halfway point. Let's just watch. Good God almighty. Look at Barry probably attributed to more ACLs being torn by defensive players than probably anybody else in the history of the league. I'm not gonna lie, man, Deion was just an amazing return specialist. I want to say he took back at least 7 or 8, and every time he did it, it seemed like he was high stepping by the time he got to about the 40-yard line going in. I mean, that man would catch the ball and just be gone. Like, look, just high stepping already. Go, get. That's crazy, man. These dudes were amazing. And Barry would make you pray on the field. Like, you thought you had him, you'd be about ready to wrap him up. Then all of a sudden your hands clap together and you have no idea that man is already in the end zone. That's just crazy, man. Deion is right here. He can do it all. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's a hard argument because Deion did so much. I mean, come on, man. The man was a return specialist. He was on offense. He was on defense. One of the best cornerbacks of all time. But look at these moves that Barry's putting on. Look at the power. All right, man, let's get back. Number 5, his ability against elite defenses. Now, Barry wasn't just making average defenses look silly. He was making some of the great defense look silly. And this was a time when defenses could really play. They could really hit you. Now, it's almost like they're out there playing soccer, right? They can barely hit you. They can barely make plays against you. Barry was out there making defenses look silly during a time when they could literally try to take your head off. Time and time again, he turned a 5-yard gain into a 50-yard touchdown, man. And his ability to just find space where there was no space was simply uncanny. Number 4, he was a role model off the field. Listen, Barry was a role model. He was known for his philanthropy, his dedication to the community that he served, being just an all-around truly stand-up guy, stand-up individual. His reputation was simply pristine, making him a player that parents could kind of point to for their children. I know that has nothing to do with him on the football field and this comparison, but that means a lot to me. And number 3, his accolades and achievements. Barry was a 10-time Pro Bowler, a 6-time first-team All-Pro, and won the NFL MVP in 1997. While Deion was great and he did all those things, and yes, Deion won several Super Bowls, which is in itself very impressive, he could not add that one thing to his list of achievements. Barry's ability to consistently perform at the top level in a physically demanding sport and at that position gives him the edge. And number 2 is his evasiveness. Listen, man, Barry Sanders, his ability to avoid tackles was simply otherworldly, right? He had a unique style that combined agility, speed, balance, power. It really gave you everything that you ever needed in a running back, man. Fans were often left in awe watching these elite, top-notch, world-class athletes grasp at thin air as Barry just simply danced around them and ran into the end zone. It was fun for me to watch. I know it was fun for others to watch, but just to see how he could just take a person and literally make them think that they have a chance was quite comical. We're now down to our number 1 reason why Barry Sanders is better than Deion Sanders. But before I give you that, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, please. Hello. Okay, so we've come down to the last one, the number 1 reason why Barry Sanders is better than Deion Sanders. And it simply comes down to this, man. Men lie, women lie, but stats don't lie, right? And if you're a numbers person, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Barry's stats are undeniably impressive. He finished with 15,269 yards rushing in 10 years, by the way. Not like 12, 13, 14. In 10 years, he still stands 3rd all time in rushing, plus 109 touchdowns. Oh yeah, and by the way, he retired at the height of his career. But just think about the numbers that he could have broken if he had just played a couple of more years. He simply just didn't want to do it. Hey, listen, this debate could have gone either way. Hey, I love Barry. I love Deion. I mean, these two were undoubtedly 2 of the all-time greats. Both of them are Hall of Famers. Both of them did their thing at their respective spots on the field. But man, when it comes down to it, for me, there's no greater running back than Barry Sanders, right? And so for this point in time, for what I'm talking about right now, he takes the cake. Barry versus Deion. 10 reasons why Barry Sanders is the greatest Sanders. Hey man, let's get it. I hope you liked it. Subscribe and like. Let's have a great time, man. Watch this play. Ooh, go on. He turned them all the way around. Touchdown.